Scene 4. Late that same night, right around midnight, Lynn and Anthony are laying in bed discussing getting their backyard cleaned out. Anthony says to Lynn that he is sorry he has been so busy, but he promises to clean the yard up by himself. Lynn is like, "You have been saying that since the spring, and now I'm going the whole summer without being able to have my garden." Anthony drops his head down in shame, and before he can even make another excuse, they hear the doorbell ring. The block outside is quiet now, and Anthony jumps up from the bed wondering who it could be. When he looks outside, he sees the teenager Reggie that his son fought earlier, and two other men standing by the door. Lynn is like, "Who the hell is that?" Anthony says, "It's that boy Collins fought earlier, and two other men. Probably his dad. I'm going to go check this out." Lynn says, "I'm coming," and Anthony tells her to please relax and wait for him. Lynn says, "You always telling me to stay out of things. And it's not cool, Anthony. It's really not cool." He goes, "Babe, this isn't the time right now." And he puts on his pants and shirt and walks out the room. Now Anthony goes downstairs, and as he opens the door, he immediately notices how big one of the men are. I mean, both of these dudes are pretty young, like 30-something. Now one of them looks real big and angry as fuck. And the other one, the one with the dreads, is much smaller, but he muscle-bound. Anthony opens the door. "Good evening, fellas. Is everything all right?" Anthony says as he steps outside. The smaller guy with dreads steps right up and says, "Hey, how you doing? Sorry to come to your house so late. My name is Uncle. This is my boy, Big Will. And this is my nephew, Reggie, but I think you already met him. Now, my nephew told me about the fight he got into with your son earlier. He said your son did a pretty good job of handling himself, too. But somehow you decided to jump in to help him anyway?" Reggie's standing there quiet, and the other men is just staring Anthony down. Shit is tense as fuck. Anthony speaks. "Well, it is true. They were fighting because earlier yesterday, my son was playing ball, and man, fuck all that other stuff. I'm looking for an explanation why you felt the need to choke my nephew out during a one-on-one fight. Listen, guys, this thing has totally gotten blown out of proportion. It's true. I did get in between the fight because Reggie was choking my son, and he was trying to put him to sleep, and I wasn't going to let that happen." Uncle laughs and taps his friend Big Will on the chest. "You hear that, Will? He wasn't going to let that happen. But he let this happen." Uncle points at the bruises on his nephew's face. Anthony looks at Reggie's face and immediately says, "Your point is well taken, brother." Then he turns to Reggie. "Son, I really do apologize for putting my hands on you. I was out of line, and I hope someday we all can put this behind us. And maybe you and Collins can even be friends again. I don't know." Reggie rolls his eyes at Anthony and walks away and out of the yard. Uncle tells Anthony, "Don't worry about him. He gonna be all right. I appreciate that apology, and I'm gonna let you get back into your lovely home. I'll see you around." Anthony holds his hand out to shake hands, and Uncle does shake. But Big Will, he just simply walks away. Anthony says, "Thanks, gentlemen. Y'all have a good night." And he turns and goes into the house. After Uncle, Big Will, and Reggie get further up the block, Uncle tells Reggie to go home. Then Uncle says to Big Will, "This corny motherfucker think I'm just gonna let him get away with touching my nephew? I guess he think all that politicking he was doing is gonna fly. Yeah, all right. Nice try." And they both laugh and continue up the block. Anthony returns back inside and returns to the bedroom where his wife Lynn is anxiously awaiting him. Lynn asks him, "Is everything okay?" Anthony says, It was just a kid and his uncle. They came to get things clear, and I'm kind of glad they did because it would be for the best in the long run. Lynn says, "So you think everything is cool now?" Anthony quickly says yes, but deep down inside, he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe it is.